Hi, this is Krista at The Secret Yarnery. Welcome to Crochet Podcast, episode 139. Thanks so much for inviting me over. If you're new to this channel, it's all about crochet and crochet-related goodness. There is a tutorial every weekend, both in left and right-handed, and a podcast every Wednesday, and a live chat on Fridays, plus crochet goodness throughout the week. So if any of that is of interest to you, consider hitting that subscribe button down below this video so you don't miss out on any of the fun. Before we get started with finished objects, I want to give a big congratulations to the winner from last week's podcast, episode 138. Congratulations to Kathy Miller. Congratulations, Kathy. You win my latest free pattern. Send me an email, krista@secretyarnery.com, and I will send you a copy of my latest pattern. And if you want to win a free pattern, don't worry, just keep watching and I'll tell you how to do it. And now it's time for finished objects. You are going to love this one. It is so cute and fun to do. Like if you were dreaming about the easiest flower granny square, this beauty right there is it. The petals, so easy, just a chain, literally just a chain. And the center is nice and puffed up, just like a real daisy is. Plus, it is a real granny square. It is not an applique that you stitch onto a granny square. It is actually made into a flower and then into a square and then into a granny square. It is also part of the Bloomscape Cal 2023. Bloomscape Cal, one new flower center for the same type of granny square. Let me get that one looking cute. There we go. Just like that. So one block every month. There will be 12 altogether. And then at the end of the year, it is joined up into a gorgeous blanket. I'll be sharing this update, the Bloomscape Cal update, next week. So be sure to check out that podcast. You'll see how many squares I've already joined together and how cute they are. Look at that. So love it. So basically you can make this granny square, just a regular granny square that you can do with a whole bunch of different projects, or you can turn it into the Bloomscape Cal and join us for a gorgeous garden throw in your home. Also, it'd make a good gift, just being serious. But I just love the idea of like a garden throw, like outside on your patio, you know, just like a little bit of spring inside. So this is already a written pattern on my website, secretyarnery.com. And it's also both right and left-handed tutorials on the channel. I will link all of that down below, but if I forget to link it, which has happened in the past, or if you are watching a different one of my videos, just go ahead and do a Google search for Secret Yarnery plus whatever you're looking for, and it'll pop right up. And now it's time for temperature blanket update. Love a good temperature blanket. Oh my gosh, I'm so in love with it. And if you joined us yesterday, that was our Aussie edition live chat. So that is when we get caught up on our temperature blanket or whatever whip you are working on. That is the last Tuesday of every month. So that was yesterday. But if you want to join us next month, it is the last Tuesday of June. And why it is called Aussie edition is it is in my morning. I do it at 8 o'clock in Nairobi. So that is middle of the afternoon in Australia and about late evening in the West and early morning in Europe. So depending where you are, it can be a better time to connect and find other people in your community that also crochet and love yarn. So are you ready to see it? I know, right? Okay, I'm going to start with how it began. So you're going to see it like in the January part, and then we're going to get to the May part. Okay, are you ready? Right? Oh, what's this? Hold on. I learned it yesterday. Kilroy. See, you learn something new in these live chats, I tell you. I thought it was Ziggy. You know, the hands on top of the fence? Anyway, this is the temperature blanket. So this is starting January, February, March, April, and May. How cool, right? So it's bigger than that. This is half. This is double. Well, this is unfolded. Isn't that just delicious? Oh my gosh, see, this would be a great wrap. Wouldn't it? I feel like I could be around town in this. You'd probably notice me at the grocery store though. Isn't that cute? Perfect for the weather. It was literally 20 degrees yesterday. High temperature, 20 degrees. So cold, right? Okay, I'm not saying so cold for me. Cold enough to wear something cute like this. So this is the temperature blanket. And if you want to know more about a temperature blanket or you're interested in it, I will also link that down below. There is the ultimate guide, which walks you through every single step for what you need to know to make a historical temperature blanket or a current temperature blanket, plus all the options you can do, ways you can customize it for you or a loved one or anything that you really want to make with it. And if you don't want to do a full 12 months, then you can just go ahead and do a 6-month version, which is it'll be a little bit bigger than this. This is a 5-month version, and it is a great size for a bed runner. Speaking of which, let me show you what it looks like on my little bed here in the Yarnery. Is that not the cutest thing? So I made it twin size with drape, so it hangs down on each side. And I haven't done the tassels yet, but that's what it would be looking like. Nice and long. You could also fit across the top of a queen size. So it's not too big, it's not too small. Love all the colors. And how I am doing it, I am picking the high temperature each day. So around 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon on my little balcony right here by the Yarnery. Write down the high temperature. Now, if I miss a day, or a week, let me just say that. Once a week, I go on the weather app on my phone and I write down the temperature in just a small little note on the side of each day of the week. And then I write down the real temperature nice and big. So that gives you a week of not really checking your temperatures. And worst case scenario, you can use what the weather app said for your neighborhood, or you can adjust it if your house is usually warmer or colder. I found for my house, I usually just fluctuate. So if it's cold weather, I'm colder than what the app says. And if it's hot weather, it's hotter than what the app says, usually by 2 degrees. So that is how I adjust and fudge my temperatures a little bit if I don't keep up on it every day. Another tip for working on a temperature blanket, do not do it every day. Like, don't get it in your head. It's temperature blanket, 1 row a day for the whole year. I have to work on it every day for the whole year. No, you don't. Let me just say it out loud. No, 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 do not do it. Work on it every 2 weeks so you can sit down, get caught up maybe on Sunday afternoon or every other Sunday afternoon. Just pull it out and get caught up so you can really get tucked in and get all those colors going together instead of like getting right into the rhythm and right into the flow and then having to stop. We don't want to do that. So definitely don't work on it all the time and don't think about it like you have to work on it all the time. Plus, if you have warm weather, just keep track of your temperatures and work on it in cold weather. So take the summer off. Just keep track of the temperatures. When it gets a little bit chilly, go ahead and work on your temperature blanket. And now it's time to crochet with me. Yes, that was my favorite spot this week. Back on that bed. watching my TV, crocheting, having a great time in the Yarnery. Did you recognize that TV show? Do you know what it was? Let me know in the comments under this video. And now, upcoming live events. This is more of an announcement for not upcoming live events. There is no live chat on Friday. It is my husband's 50th birthday, so we will be hanging out and doing all the stuff he likes to do. So no live chat on Friday, but on Monday, that is the first Monday of the month, there is a live crochet along for friends with benefits, and family members. Those are all different levels of membership on the channel. And we are working on a crochet along, the same as last month. We are working on the Frankly Circles. So this Frankly Circles blanket, such a stunner. So we're working on that together. It is our third workshop coming up. We are doing the joining of all the circles. So exciting. So that is on Monday. So if you have any questions or you want to share any pictures, that is a great time to do it. And then after that, there is the tutorial for joining. So if you are not a channel member, don't worry about it. Of course, it'd be great if you could join us, but if you cannot join us financially, I totally get it. All of these workshops and video tutorials are going to be put together into one big video for the Frankly Circles, and that will be coming out in the beginning of September. So there'll be a written pattern and a tutorial, free and complete for everyone. My tutorials, if you don't know, I don't stop halfway and be like, buy my pattern. No. I walk you through step by step for the complete project. So don't worry about that. It'll be coming out in September. But if you would like to join us earlier, all you have to do is join the channel or upgrade your membership. Just click that join button down below and then upgrade your membership to friends or friends with benefits or family, depending on what perks you'd like. Would you like to win a free pattern? All you have to do is, have you subscribed to this channel? Go ahead and hit this button under this video right now so you don't miss out on any more fun stuff just like this. Yes, you have to be a subscriber of the channel and you have to answer question of the week. Question of the week is, how would you celebrate or how did you celebrate your 50th birthday or any sort of special occasion like that? What are your tips or tricks for celebrating it? I had COVID for mine. I was down and out. It was like the first wave of COVID when there was like no treatments, no vaccinations. It was like right in the thick of it. So I was in bed for mine. The kids planned a whole big nice thing around the house. They did all these activities. So I was like holding the wall and like shuffling. And then when they got there, I'm like, yeah, everything's great. I was so tired. Don't even start me. But super fun. But that was my 50th. Very memorable. And the kids did such an amazing job. Like such an amazing job. It was legendary. So super proud of them for that. But for my husband's, we are all good to go. We can go anywhere. There's no quarantine. Everything's fine. How would you celebrate it? Now keep in mind, I live in Nairobi, so if you are in Nairobi, give me all your tips or tricks for having no, I don't want a big party. It's not like a party. I want to do some fun stuff with the family. So we have 4 kids. My oldest is 16, youngest is 9. So something fun that the family can do, make it memorable. Most of our birthdays are celebrated for the kids because kids love a party, right? But just with family, we don't have people come over or anything like that. So just something nice that the family would enjoy or a way to make it memorable. I was thinking of maybe a scavenger hunt. So the kids can do a scavenger hunt. They have to find 50 different things, something like that. If you have any ideas or suggestions, let me know in the comments under this video. And I'll be picking a subscriber who answers the question in the comments to win a free pattern next week. And now it's time for News of the Week. News of the week, garden is growing. I took you on a tour of that last week. I was gonna take you again today, but I'll take you next week. Maybe there'll be some more shoots coming up. So garden is doing great. Kids are doing exams. They are studying. Amazing, right? That's super exciting. Weather is perfect for crocheting. It's even perfect for crocheting outside. Perfect for crocheting big blankets. It is a really great time of year. And other than that, just party planning, coming up with some ideas, some fun stuff, and figuring out how to make a well, I have made one before. I used stevia to make a diabetic, sugar-free, what do you call it? what is that called? It's such a good recipe. Sundae, it's like a Sundae cake, I think. But really, it's like you make a really thick, it's almost like a brownie batter that goes in the bottom of a, here we go, goes in the bottom of a loaf pan, and then you sprinkle brown sugar and cinnamon on top of that, and then you pour, cocoa, brown sugar, and cinnamon on top of that, like a layer of like dry powdery stuff. Then you pour boiling water over top, then you pop it in the oven, you bake it. Oh my goodness, it is so good. It comes out with a cake, so it's like a cake is at the top, looks like a cake, but when you cut it, there's chocolate fudge sauce underneath. Oh, and there's no eggs. He doesn't eat eggs either. So vegetarian, sugar-free, that is my go-to. So I have to start busting that one out. Well, at least find stevia. You need artificial sweetener, like a natural artificial sweetener. So that's news of the week. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments under this video, and I'm waiting for you in that video right there. Stay hooked.